Hi, welcome to my next video in the VIPKid coaching video series. Today I want to just remember back to when I was a very new beginner VIPKid teacher. It was so frustrating for me not being able to look into the platform somewhere and just get my eyes on some of the different lessons and some of the different topics. It's like I couldn't find a good place that would basically list out everything I'm going to be teaching in level 2. I wanted to be prepared and start making my props and my teaching aids and getting things ready while I wasn't so busy teaching classes, and I felt like I could not find that information. So today I want to give you a tour through level 2, because this will probably be the first level that you're certified for. It is a beginner level, and I just want to show you some of the topics that are covered and show you my favorite props. You may want to purchase or make some props that are similar to help you get through that level. Let's start with level 2. Level 2 consists of 12 units, and all of the main course classes, and they will start with the letters MC. When you do get booked, you'll see the little class code. If you see one that starts with MC, that stands for main course. Those main courses will have 12 units. So let's just go through level 2, unit 1. It is called Who Am I? And this is the very first level that many kids start with. Some of the topics that are covered are emotions. So the basic 3, sad, happy, and mad or angry. Having some emojis, or if you want to splurge and get actual pictures of kids like this, I have these little emotion cards. Those are nice too. If you want to draw emojis, that works. But the kids are taught the basic English names for the emotions. They also learn morning and afternoon. So I always found it really handy to have a sun and a moon. That way I could show you the sun comes up in the morning, and then, good night. And if it was afternoon, I would put the sun up high and say good afternoon. Things like that. So a sun and a moon were helpful. An apple is also helpful in this unit, as well as a dog and a cat. And I cut these out of magazines. I actually have several different dogs that I cut out and several different cats. And this doubles up, not only, these are just my favorite too, this doubles as a prop, but also as a reward. If I have a student that I know he or she likes cats, I can say, okay, you get a cat, good job, and I can stick the cat on my board because I have magnets on the back of each one. You will also need a boy and a girl, and I just use my Meg and Mike figures. This is my boy and my girl. The students in this unit begin going through each letter of the alphabet. So each lesson, there are 12 lessons in the unit. Each lesson will cover 4 or 5 different letters. So have your alphabet cards ready. I like these because they have an uppercase and a lowercase, so I like those, as well as these number cards. Any kind of number card, even if you just get an index card and use a marker and write your numbers out. But if you go to the Dollar Tree, you can get some cute colorful ones like this. The kids do start learning numbers 1 through 5 in this unit. And you also will be learning hungry, thirsty. That's why I think an apple is really good. Any kind of food that you may have that you could pretend to eat, pretend, oh, I'm hungry, and that would be good. Also, have your handy dandy water bottle nearby, and you can demonstrate, oh, thirsty. Thirsty. It is nice to have a whiteboard. When the students are learning their letters, it's nice to have a flashcard, but I think it really helps to have your dry erase marker and actually write the letter so they can see you writing and see how to form the letter. Last but not least is your verb conjugation chart. The students will already start to learn that he, she, it has a different ending on the end of the verb than these 4. And so it'll be really nice to write the target verb in here for them and circle that ending. Okay, so that is level 2, unit 1, and some of the most helpful props that you would need. Okay, Next comes Level 2, Unit 2. This unit is all about school and the VIPKid classroom. It will be really helpful if you can print out or draw, I printed mine out, some basic school items. These are some of the items that are covered. A book, a computer, keyboard, headphones, and a mouse. Now, if you don't want to print these out, obviously you're going to have a mouse probably. You're probably going to have your own headphones on your head that you can point to. You can also hold up your phone or your tablet. These are also two more vocabulary words in this unit, phone and tablet. You can hold those up if you don't want to print pictures of them. The students begin to get introduced to some plurals. So you will need two of something, like two cats or two dogs. These are in some of the lessons. So having two cats and two dogs will be helpful. And also for student, I always just use Mike or Meg. Usually if I'm teaching a boy, I'll just kind of have Mike handy. If I'm teaching a girl, I'll have Meg handy. Is generally what I do. Having your whiteboard is really helpful because they will be starting to blend and read words with short A. And having your verb conjugation chart is handy too because they will continue to conjugate those verbs and pay attention to he, she, it being a little bit different at the end. So that is Level 2, Unit 2. Also in Level 2, Unit 2, the students will be introduced to the subjects in school. I drew some subject cards that I like to use and just point to during the classroom. They'll learn these and they'll also learn the word playground. So it may be handy for you to print or draw out some things that represent some of those subjects. Now, let's move on to Level 2, Unit 3. These lessons are called Teacher Talk, and that just means they're learning phrases and words associated with school, not necessarily the VIPKid online virtual classroom, but their actual school. So they will learn the names of some of the rooms in the school. They learn hallway, which I always do this. Hallway. I don't have a picture of a hallway. Lunchroom. I usually hold up my apple and I pretend like I'm eating lunch. And then classroom. I just kind of do this and I just say classroom and show them my classroom. The students will also learn the words desk and chair. This is a sticker that I got out of some of my daughter's stickers, and I drew a simple school desk. In this unit, Teacher Talk, they will still continue to review some of the words in previous units. So you still may want to have handy a book, which you can have a picture of a book or have I have this little board book that I keep close by. They may still be reviewing phone, tablet, computer, mouse, things like that. The students will start to learn how to circle things. So you may want to have your mouse and be able to show circle, and they will draw a line. So in these first 1 to 3 units, some of the students really have no experience in the online classroom. So part of your job is to teach them to drag and drop, or draw a line like this, or circle. So you can really use your TPR, your total physical response, to show them what to do. And for some students, it just takes several lessons for them to get used to that. You will still need your whiteboard because one of the vocabulary words in this unit, Unit 3, is whiteboard. You can show how you draw on your whiteboard. The students will continue to blend, so you can continue to write words here. They'll be blending words with short O, and they will continue to need to practice verb conjugation. So have your chart handy and nearby. Okay, so that is Unit 3, Teacher Talk / school phrases. Now on to Level 2, Unit 4, Family. The topic is family, so for this unit, it'll be really helpful to have a picture of your own family so you can show them your family unit and point out different members. A lot of kids really like to see your family. In addition to having my Meg and Mike, and I use these as brother, sister, when I'm teaching brother, sister, I also made a figure for dad and mom. So it would be helpful to have a picture of dad and mom. If you don't like to draw, if you want to do more like 3D type props or toy kind of props, this is a little set of finger puppets that I got off of Amazon very early in my VIP teaching career. This is the brother and the sister. They're really cute. Sometimes I find it's a little bit hard to be putting them on and off of my fingers, so I really like to use my little figurines that I have taped to a straw. You'll still continue to need an it. So whether you want to use a picture of a cat, maybe a little dino, if you have a stuffed animal like a monkey. When the students work on verb conjugation, they'll be doing he, she, it, I, you, we, they. So you will continue to need your whiteboard and your verb conjugation chart to do that work. And in this unit, the students will be blending words with short E. So it might be helpful to have a few things laying around that you can show them. Like for the word beg, you could say, oh, beg, beg. Some of the words that they blend will be nonsense words, so it's not necessary to have a picture of everything, but having your whiteboard so that you can blend and say the letter sounds with them will be really helpful. In this unit, the students begin learning this, that, these, and those. So for this, it's always helpful to have two of something. Now, I have used little rubber duckies, and another thing that I've used are just my pictures of my cats and dogs. I have several flowers. Sorry. I have several flowers here beside my desk, so I may say, this is a flower. That is a flower. Make it far away. And then for two, these are flowers. Those are flowers, and show how they're so far away for those. Those are the props that I use the most during Level 2, Unit 4. Level 2, Unit 5 is next, and this level is fun. It's all about toys. The kids really love this unit, so this is your opportunity to collect any kind of little toys that you have around your house. Maybe if your children have their own toys, just get as many real toys as you can. But here are the specific ones that the lesson covers in detail that you might want to have a 2D picture. I have a set of stickers that I found really useful. I got a lot of my props. These are just stickers. So this is my robot. You'll need a robot and a doll. You'll need, I had to draw mine, but a picture of ping pong. Also, basketball and soccer are two different kinds of balls that are talked about. The students learn kite and yo-yo. These are just little stickers I had. Teddy bear is in there a few times in this unit, as well as swing. The students learn a lot of action words that are fun to act out with your gestures and your body language. They learn throw, so I usually grab one of the balls and I throw. They learn kick, run, and just play. They also learn swing, like I swing on a swing. So that would be this, and just any other fun toys that you have and props that you have. Make really great extension activities. You can have a little car, or maybe like I have this horse, my toy horse. Say, do you like to play with horses? Or if you had a car, a little matchbox car, do you like to play with cars? And just a fun extension. So that is Unit 5, Toys. Okay, Level 2, Unit 6 is all about food. And for this level, it's just nice to have a variety of pictures, or even little hand-drawn pictures of different kinds of food. So the main ones that are learned in this unit are vegetables. So I used stickers again for my vegetable card. Fruit, I have lots of individual fruits that I just hand drew, but I use my apple and my banana the most. Pizza is a fun one, and this one is a prop and also a reward. I made 6 of these to where they make a complete pie, and so I use this as a reward and stick them on my blackboard because they have magnets on the back, and make that a prop and a reward. Dessert is another. I just drew a big chocolate cake, and they also learned the word meat. Toward the end of the unit, the students learn the words breakfast, lunch, and dinner, And I always find this really hard to just have pictures of because it's so subjective. In China, the students eat very different things for breakfast than we would normally eat. They may have noodles or rice for breakfast, and they may not even know what cereal is. So part of the lesson has great pictures, real photographs of food. And I usually just use the photographs that are on the slide. I'll circle things and say, is this breakfast? And it's always a little tricky because some of the students will answer if they see noodles, and I circle, I say, is this breakfast? I may be thinking in my head, no, it's not. But they may say, yes, it is. And so I find that a little bit tricky. Having an egg is a nice little prop too. I know this is an Easter egg, but they do learn that eggs are for breakfast. So I use this prop for actually a few different units, but I do use it for the food unit as well. So it's a fun unit, but it can be a little tricky because the meals are so subjective. The students will also learn the words juice and water and milk. And I don't have pictures of those. I just use the photographs on the screen, but I do always have my water bottle right here beside me, so I'll usually show that. Some mornings I'm drinking juice, so I'll show my juice, my actual juice glass. They learn the verb eat, and they start to learn the present progressive tense, which is eating. So on your verb conjugation chart, you'll still need it. You can, instead of saying he eats, we can start writing he is eating, or we are eating, I am eating. Okay, so that is Level 2, Unit 6. And now for Level 2, Unit 7, this unit is called My Face, and also it covers emotions. So this will be the easiest one to have props for ever because you have a face. And the students learn eyes, nose, mouth, ears, eyebrows, cheeks, fingers, hand. Let's see, I think that's it. So they also learn some of the basic actions for each body part. So they learn the words see, touch, smell, taste. And some of the sentences are like, I see with my eyes, I touch with my fingers, I taste with my mouth, and I smell with my nose. So I like to use a flower, I like to have an apple or something that I can pretend to eat, and something I can touch. Usually I have my phone with me in class and I just pretend like I'm touching my phone, and that works really well. The students also learn some more grammar about this, that, these, those. Really all of Level 2. Once that's introduced, they just keep reviewing that. So I like to have 2 of something. So 2 apples, 2 cats, 2 dogs, 2 ducks. The kids usually like my little ducks. So we have this duck and these ducks. And then we can hold it really far away and say that duck. And then those ducks. So just something fun. For emotions, they do start to learn more advanced emotion words besides just sad and happy and angry. So on the back, I drew silly, worried, and scared. Again, you can always use your own face for worried and scared and silly. So use your total physical response if you don't have artistic ability to draw these, but it is fun to have those to kids like that. You will need your verb conjugation chart, of course, and a whiteboard to help with blending and with some of the grammar skills. The students in this unit, they begin to learn possessive pronouns like his and hers, theirs, our. So you can use your verb conjugation chart in the same way. For I, the possessive pronoun would be like mine. So I just write those here, and it helps. We can refer to it throughout the class. And I have to mention a fun reward. I only use this with this particular one, I only use with my girl students, but I do have a boy version. So I bought this at Walmart. It's just a little sticker face book. It's perfect for this unit. So it comes with these girl faces, and I always let the students, I'll tear out 2 and say, which one do you want to do today? And they'll pick one, and you can use a marker and draw the eyes, but the stickers are so fun. And so I let them choose, and I'm almost out. I've been using this one so much, I don't even know if I have any stickers left to show you. My goodness. As you can see, I've used so many. They're literally almost gone. Here's some eyes. They can choose eyes. We'll stick them on, and lips, and earrings, and nose, eyebrows. These are fun. And then for the boys, I have another packet that are their pirate stickers, and you can make a really ugly like pirate face. So that's a really fun reward, and it also just helps kind of solidify some of the vocabulary that we've talked about during the lesson. So that is Unit 7, My Face and Advanced Emotions. Okay, Level 2, Unit 8 is my personal favorite. It is all about colors. I love teaching the colors unit. It just flows really well. The kids really usually have fun with it. And normally the kids already have some background knowledge of the English names for colors, so it's not as hard of a unit as some of the other ones. My number one prop that I use is my little thing of Unifix cubes with one of each color. I can snap these off. Oh, that one didn't snap. I can snap them off and put it on my finger and hold it up and talk about it. But as the unit goes through, of course, they learn the names of the colors, but also they learn like basic words like the sky is blue. So they learn sky, snow, they learn the snow is white, the grass is green, apple is red, and the sun is yellow. It's always a good idea to have some basic props, like one thing for each color. Like I have like a green truck, and I have a brown horse, and a red apple, and a yellow duck, and a blue egg. It's always nice to have one thing just laying around so you can just have something to show. So for this unit, the students also begin to learn prepositions, which I find is really fun. And my most useful prop for prepositions is this little box. So I just choose an item. I usually use my duck because he sits really well. And I use this for on and, under, beside, and I can do above. I can take the lid off and say he's in the box. So having just a little something that you can put things in and on and under, having a little box like that is kind of a nice prop to have as well. The students also learn paint. So I keep this paintbrush nearby, and they learn draw in this unit. So those are fun ones to have. But I love the colors unit. You'll enjoy teaching it too, I'm sure. Okay, now for Level 2, Unit 9. This level is about my neighborhood and transportation. So the students will be starting off learning just basic words about the neighborhood. And I always find for some reason that this unit seems to be hard for the kids. I don't know if they just don't have as much experience with these words in their English classes in China, but this is usually a little bit of a harder level. And some of the words are big. They have like multiple syllables. So apartment is a really important word, as well as street. Sidewalk is an important word that they will learn. They will also learn corner. So I usually use my whiteboard, and sometimes as we're in the unit, I'll draw like a little neighborhood. I'll draw some apartments and a street and make it turn, or a sidewalk and make it turn, and I'll just be able to circle corner. So I don't have a picture of a corner. Or I'll hold up a card like this and say corner right here. Park is a word. I usually have like my tree and my slide and just talk about the park like that. And they will also learn car. So the verb that they practice the most is walk and walks. Like I walk in my neighborhood, things like that. They will learn places in the neighborhood as well. So they have apartment, store, restaurant, and school. And restaurant, apartment, these are just difficult words for the kids to pronounce. So just be prepared for that, to take it slow and be patient with them and really help them to pronounce each syllable. Now the second part of the lesson gets into transportation. And I forgot to get those out. But the students will learn different ways to have transportation around the neighborhood. They will learn taxi, they'll learn train or subway, they'll learn bicycle, In addition, they'll also learn van, car, which I have my little car here, scooter, and I think that's it for that particular unit. There's a few more transportation modes that they'll learn in other units. I think that's it for this one. So yeah, this is Unit 9, all about my neighborhood. Okay, Level 2, Unit 10. Remember, there are 12 units in a level, so we're almost through all of the topics covered in Level 2. So for Unit 10, this is Animals I Know, and I also really enjoy this unit. I think it's a lot of fun. The students learn some basic animals to start with. They will learn cat and dog, so it'll be helpful to have some photos that you've cut out or taken or printed of a cat and a dog. They'll also learn horse, and they will learn chicken and lion. So I have pictures of all of those. Then they'll start to sort whether the animal is a farm animal or an animal that lives in the wild. So I have a sticker that was a farm, and then I drew a picture of the wild, my version of the wild. So they will learn sentences like, a lion lives in the wild. It'll be helpful to have a few extra farm animals on hand, whether you have some little figurines or I just use 2D pictures, like a cow lives on the farm. These are some of the sentences that they'll be using. I do believe there's a lesson where they learn about a chicken hatches, or a chick hatches. So it's helpful to have I do have a picture of, in fact, I taught this lesson this morning. So I have my chick and my chicken, really helpful. They learned that a chick changes. And they also learned the word foal, and they learned that a foal changes into a horse. They learned that things grow bigger, so they start to get in some math words like bigger, shorter, smaller, tallest, shortest, things like that. But my little Easter egg goes great because I have a little chick inside that I like to hatch in the class. Anyway, it's a fun lesson, and as long as you have some either little tiny figurines or some just photographs, pictures, or hand-drawn animals, then you'll be good to go for this unit, Unit 10. Okay, 2 more units to go. Level 2, Unit 11 is Weather and Seasons, and this is a really fun unit as well. So my most used props are my weather cards. These just came from like a little teacher kit at some teacher supply store. I've had these for a long time, and these are just different weather cards. I do have magnets on the back, so I can stick them to different areas, but I use my weather cards, and I actually printed these and just glued them to construction paper. So I have my 4 seasons cards. Those are really the only props I really need for this unit, but if you want a little extra, the students do start to learn how to blend words with consonant blends like SH and CH and TH. So I just have these written on a little index card, and I will hold them up and maybe like this and, ship, like that. So you'll still need your whiteboard. You'll still need your verb conjugation chart as well. And something else that's kind of fun, especially for extension questions, I have a few little pictures that I printed out of Meg and Mike, and they're dressed for different weather. So we talk about maybe what they're wearing for the weather, what season it might be, if it's cold or hot. These are all different kinds of words that the students have learned. I even have one of Dino in his bathing suit. In the summer, it's hot. I have Meg in the winter. So those are just some fun extras that you could print out for that advanced student that needs a little extra conversation practice. And finally, Unit 12. So each level of the main courses are split into 12 units, and then the units have 12 lessons. So now we've covered the basic main topics for every unit in Level 2, and now the final one. This one is really fun. You will have seen your students grow so much by the time they get to this level or this unit. It is Visiting America, Visiting Britain. So first, they will talk about visiting America for the first several classes. So they will learn the word flag, and they'll learn to recognize the American flag. They'll learn stars, they'll learn stripes, and in the math portion, they'll begin making patterns and designing a flag. So that's always fun. They'll also still review the color words and some shapes as well. I find that's really helpful. I also like to have my map of America sort of handy nearby. In this unit, they will review some of the transportation modes that they've already learned, but they'll review them, and especially they'll have a big focus on taxi and plane, because they take a plane to get to America. Also in this unit, they'll introduce ship, because they can take a ship to get to Britain or America. They will also learn bus, school bus, and double-decker bus in the Britain lessons. For Britain, I don't have an actual flag. I just printed off a little British flag, so you'll need something like that. And then they will learn some interesting vocabulary words. Queen, guard, Queen Elizabeth. They'll learn the London Bridge. They'll learn the word bridge and then London Bridge. Big Ben, Buckingham Palace. And these are some big words. So by the time your student gets here, they may still need help with the multi-syllable words, but for the most part, the kids like this unit. I will say that the first 5 or 6 lessons are about America. It's just America, America, America. And a lot of my students, they're very patriotic themselves, and they want to talk about China. So sometimes it's almost like they think, oh, this is too much about America. Like, what about China? So I always have my map of China. That way, if it's a student who really wants to talk about China, I can ask them, you know, is this your country? Where do you live? And they'll sometimes be able to point out or tell me where they live. So Beijing is up here. I'll say, you know, do you live in Beijing? Do you live in Shanghai? So having the Chinese map is also kind of handy to have nearby. You'll still need your verb conjugation chart. You'll still need these blends because they continue to practice TH, SH, CH in this unit. And they'll begin to do a lot of work with like rhyming words. So yeah, it's a fun unit. And then when they finish, when they get to unit 12, lesson 12, you can say, wow, congratulations. Welcome to level 3. And sometimes I do not have it right here with me. I have a certificate made up for each level. When they finish this lesson, the last one, I can hold up a certificate and say, you made it to level 3. Congratulations. Good job. So it's up to you if you want to do that. But I try to make that transition lesson, the last one in level 2 and then the first one in level 3, kind of like a big deal, because it is a big accomplishment if they've gone all the way through level 2. So that is it. I hope that helps a little bit. I just know when I was a beginner teacher, I just really wanted to know what was coming down the pipe and wanted to know what the topics were and what kinds of props I could spend my time preparing and getting ready for. So I hope that gives you kind of a glimpse into my classroom, a glimpse into my props, and gives you kind of like some ideas for some things you can start printing, start drawing, start making. I know in the beginning it will feel like you are going to spend your entire lifetime just collecting props, but I promise you that you will reach a point where you're like, okay, I have what I need, and what I don't have, I can use my gestures and use my TPR. So don't feel like you have to make every single thing and print every single thing. It's totally not necessary. The VIPKid lessons are very rich, and they have lots of beautiful photographs and graphics and clip art, so you can always refer to those on the screen and circle things if you don't have a prop. But I hope this helps, and thank you for joining this training coaching video. You'll be receiving the next one in the next couple of days. I hope it also gives you lots of information and lots of value. Happy teaching.